Alex Smith, one of the great stories of the year. What a season. All right, happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. If you're a sports fan, you also love your teams, including the Utah Jazz.
And believe it or not, the Jazz have taught us all how to show our affection in several different ways, and we want to share those loving moments with you tonight.
Oh, great memories. How about this one?
Yeah, let's begin with former Jazz coach Frank Layden. He's a very lovable guy. From the 70s through the 90s, Morgana, the kissing bandit, would rush baseball fields or basketball courts all over the country, kissing players and coaches. She laid a big one on Frank Layden during this game in 1988 at the Salt Palace.
Okay, this was an easy one. The most hugging in Utah Jazz history took place during this historic moment. John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals, and the celebration after was special. Even Jerry Sloan overcome with emotion, and I imagine fans doing the same thing while watching all this in their living room.
Frank Layden's history with Adrian Dantley was filled with more tension than with affection, but after the Jazz won Game 5 of their playoff series against the Rockets in 1985, just the second playoff series win in Jazz playoff history, Frank was happy enough to lay one on Dantley during the post-game interviews.
And there was no love lost between Jerry Sloan and Dennis Rodman. They had a number of run-ins over the years. This one came after a scuffle between Rodman and John Stockton in 1991. Jerry challenged the Worm to a fight after making a technical. Dennis pointed at Jerry. What did Jerry do? Oh yeah, gave him a little sweet stuff right back. Classic Jerry.
It was love at first sight, or at least after the first playoff series win of Donovan's career. After the Jazz dispatched of the Thunder in the 2018 postseason, Donovan averaged 28.5 points per game in that series, enough to earn that hug from Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's keep spreading the Utah Jazz love. We have several more memorable moments of Jazz love during the years.
Yeah, Jerry Sloan, he may have had that intimidating exterior, but there's something about Sloan and blowing kisses.
Yeah, or others blowing them at him. Of course, this was someone blowing a kiss at Jerry. It's Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban got into it with Sloan during the 2001 NBA playoffs, and during this exchange, I wish I knew what Jerry said, but it caused that reaction from Cuban.
Joe Ingles is a lover. He's not a fighter. He, too, is proficient in the kiss-blowing game. His preference? Well, he likes sending his kisses to opposing fans that talk a little bit too much. Did it against the Hornets on the road and against the Pistons here in Salt Lake City.
Remember when there was a falling out last season between Rudy and Donovan? I don't either. I choose to remember moments like this from last season, the two sharing a post-game moment on camera when things were good.
Well, in my home, my family and I, we enjoy a nice group hug a few times per week, but we've never had one this exciting before. BOJAN with game-winning buckets and then celebratory group hugs. This one against the Bucks at Vivint Arena early last season.
Sam, you've never hit a game-winning three in your living room?
I need to.
Come on. Who doesn't love SUNDIATA Gaines? He played just 32 games for the Jazz in 2010, but we'll never forget his game-winning shot against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, tackled by teammates after beating the buzzer. A great story and a great win. Mo Williams still can't believe what happened.
One of the most exciting moments in Utah Jazz history came after the Jazz won Game 4 of the '97 NBA Finals to even that series at 2 games each. Also provided us a pretty emotional moment between two Jazz legends, Jerry Sloan and KARL Malone, giving the big squeeze to each other on the sidelines afterwards.
Joe Ingles loves everyone and everything, and he doesn't just blow kisses, he gives hugs. Yeah, even basketball standards get a little love from Joe. Oh. All right, our Utah Jazz Love Fest continues.
A lot of hugs and kisses between coaches and players, but how about interaction with the fans? We love that too.
Now, this isn't Utah Jazz, but we still have to acknowledge and show some love to this historic moment in Utah pro sports history. The ABA's Utah Stars winning Game 7 of the 1971 ABA Finals on their home floor at the Salt Palace. Fans rushed the court. Zelmo Beatty, Willie Wise carried onto the shoulders of fans. A magical moment in Utah sports history.
Well, there are no bounds when it comes to the Jazz Bear. Before the Jazz ripped Charles Barkley's heart out in the Western Conference Finals in '97, yeah, Morgana Bear tried to give his heart to Chuck before tip-off in the 3rd game of the season. Chuck wanted none of it, sending the Bear back to the locker room in tears.
Too many love moments involving the Jazz Bear, several involving his relationship with NBA referees. This one dancing with the referee during a timeout.
Don't act like you didn't want it.
It's a family show, Jazz Bear.
Come on. All right, hey, teammates don't shake hands. Teammates got to hug. Well, except in this case, where a slow-mo handshake between Donovan and Ricky Rubio can be just as warm and fuzzy as a nice hug.